wow. If you'd told me we gave up 20 second chance points and 40 points in the paint, I would have told you probably we would not have come out on top. This game, our offense saved us. I thought we had so many great stretches where we were accomplishing what we wanted to accomplish, and then, clearly that fourth quarter, they had 7 offensive rebounds. Just a bit of a mess of a finish, but we always say we like to win the game and talk about what we need to improve upon versus the opposite. So we were fortunate there, but I was really pleased with our overall effort, concentration on what we were trying to get done, our bench play. A lot of great things happened tonight.
Pretty heated finish, it seems, at least on the Dallas end. After the game, Savali tweeted out a condemnation of the Lynx crowd for celebrating her injury.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have any reaction to any of
Yeah, I mean, that's obvious. There's no place for that. I was disappointed. We apologize. I apologized at the time. Apologized to Coach Trammell. Our fans are passionate. You just can't cross the line of, celebrating someone's injury. We wouldn't want that for sure. So again, we apologize that happened to Satu. It was a great game otherwise. And, I know, when you're injured, and I know she was injured pretty good, that's the last thing you expect fans to do.
Wanted to ask about that second flagrant by Bridget. Did you
Yeah.
agree with the call?
When I looked at it, we just looked at the locker room a few times. The unfortunate part was Collier massively botched that play, and BC tried to save her. And it was, look, you can't be in someone's landing space. I mean, I don't know that we know a lot of analytics, but the data on our flagrants, we commit too many flagrant fouls. We have to be better about our closeouts. At the time, it felt like maybe she had gotten, before her landing space, but when we really looked at it, she was absolutely in her space, and it was a flagrant foul. I would ask Fee to pay the fine if I were BC.
I mean, such a strange kind of box score. I mean, they out-rebounded the heck out of you. They doubled you up on second chance points, and then your bench goes out and outscores them, 25 to
6.
25 to 6. I mean,
pretty common.
starting with Carlton's game, just talk about the bench's play.
And we needed BC, right? Because Miller struggled, and we just made a decision. Just got a little bit more shooting. BC was confident the longer she stayed. She's done big things for us all season. In terms of when she gets an opportunity, her opportunities have been limited. When I go back to stretches where she was on the floor a lot, she was helpful. So that's how we're played down the stretch. If players are playing well, they play. If they're not, then we're gonna seek help from our bench. We felt like the bench needed to be a big factor in this game. They don't play their bench a lot. It's a talented group. We definitely talked about them. Seegers comes in, gets a big offensive rebound. She scores, and but that was a separator. That was absolutely a separator for us, and really proud of the bench.
Sure. Can you just talk about the effort as a whole? I know that was, to put it mildly, questioned, I guess you could say, the other night.
Yeah.
Just much better tonight.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And that's, I think them exerting themselves the way they did for the course of the game, like we did in the first quarter. We were terrific in the first quarter. We waned a little bit in the second quarter, and we just talked about to win games against good teams, to prepare yourself for playoffs, which is what the mode that we're in, it has to be a 40-minute effort, and you can't save yourself. And then you walk. We wanted them to be exhausted when they left tonight, and we felt like if we did that, then we would position ourselves to be successful. So we wanted them to feel that. And so, that's the effort that we expect, that has, at times escaped us. I was really pleased that, that we bounced back and we proved that we can do that. And in doing that, we found success.
Speaking of the energy and the effort, Kayla her defense on Enrique.
Yeah.
You know, she was doing a great job tonight, but also scoring. She got it going too. Her and Fee both carried you guys basically in that first half. Just talk about what you've seen from her as a two-way player and somebody that can bring it offensively as well.
Yeah, she's been doing that for us. You know, KMAC is now 9 consecutive games. I believe that's third all-time franchise of at least 2 3-pointers made. So she's really been. I think, you know, her and Fia put the team on their backs, and when they play like that, you know, that's, you know, usually we're successful. And you know, it wasn't perfect for either one of them, either Fee or Mac. You know, particularly down the stretch, but you know, the way that they play together, their chemistry, the way that KMAC has been locked in on being extremely competitive and taking the responsibility of a difficult guard, and just, you know, Mac's been, you know, so helpful in being kind of the brains on the floor and play calling and being in lockstep with, you know, what we're trying to do, understanding why, you know, we would run something, and just really communicating and giving of herself.
Cheryl, on Sunday, you guys were, I believe, 1 of 13 above the break on 3-pointers, and tonight you were 10 of 24, season high 11 threes.
Yeah.
How much of the 3-point effort tonight and the result was process driven versus the shots just went in?
You know, we talked to them about the shots that didn't fall, the ones that we liked, that we say you have to take that, you know, 10 times out of 10. It just didn't go. And there were, you know, a fair amount of those. We talked about, hey, let's get in the gym, whatever. But just, you know, to remain confident. I do think that our success from the 3-point line is a product of playing shooters, you know, playing more shooters. Bantam and Carlton, you know, being a big part of what we were doing. You know, that's something we have talked a lot about as a staff, that, you know, maybe we need to help ourselves a little bit and you know, play the shooters a little bit more. And obviously that was a big part of our success tonight, being able to do that, and it takes a lot of pressure off of KMAC to have to make every darn 3. So you know, that's exactly what we'll keep doing. If you know, Carlton can keep that confidence and be such a spark off the bench, her and Bantam, that's pretty big for us.
You didn't no increased frequency of those flares over the top for KMAC tonight?
Say it one more time.
No increased frequency in those flares for KMAC over the top tonight?
Maybe a little bit. You know, we had. I think once we did it a couple times, I think they felt confident in it. It wasn't necessarily an intentional, but you know, once we got to that place, we did play call a couple things. Yep.
And then, you know, closing quarters has been an issue. Different points throughout the year, but
Yeah.
Weathered 2 really big storms
We did.
in the second and third quarters
We
to
did.
close those well. Just how important was that for the confidence of the group as a collective
Yeah.
to finish strong?
And we talked about that. We said that we knew the game wouldn't be easy. Winning isn't easy. You know, if it was, everybody would do it. That we wanted to make sure that we were a team that when we got punched with a run, because Dallas is going to make runs, that we understood that, you know, obviously trying to make sure it's not too big of a run, that we were going to get our chance to make our run and to stay tough mentally. And I thought we did that. I thought we answered, like you said, at the end of that second quarter, you know, to be able to go in the locker room up 3, that was pretty big for us. And, you know, got down, you know, and then just kind of, you know, fought our way back, and then finally got a lead that we were able just to hang on to.
As so often happens, there's a rematch in 2 days
Yeah.
down in Dallas. I would imagine that emotions, at least on their end, might be a little high. So
Yeah.
you'd be walking into a pretty
Hornet's nest, as
emotional-
they say. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you need to
That's
talk
what you
with them about-
expect. I mean, at this point in the season, I mean, that's a competitive team. Nobody likes to lose. We're competitive too, and we're a good road team. And you know, I've done this for so long. What I'm always amazed by is the same 2 teams, you know, taking the court in a different city, and how different the games will be. And so I don't know what those differences will be, but obviously we're gonna have to bring it again and be even better in those areas that we tried to, you know, kind of limit them, which we didn't accomplish. And, you know, maybe we try to grow a little bit and finish our quarters better. And, you know, there's lots for us to focus on, you know, to try to improve.
Any further questions?
Yep. Thank you.